trying to revive, right? In every human being is trying to revive that, whether there is a show or no. This, you constantly try to do this within yourself. So getting back to the poem, I think, where did we stop? She says, why didn't we do this earlier?
Yeah.
Right? Why is it that we didn't see each other earlier? And then now in this moment, memories started rising.
Correct. Yeah. Yes. Okay.
What kind of memories? Memories of, here she says, of rice fields, of trees, of fruit trees, and silver coins. Maybe for Onam and Vishu, we gave each other one coin. For Vishu, you do. I don't know what exactly she meant by that, but those days you would give. I know that she used to keep coins in her hand so that she can give it to. Then beggars used to be there. People would come to your house, and so coins were kept to give. So collecting all this, maybe the adults gave it to the children, and the children were asked to distribute coins to people.
Okay.
Right. So all these memories are rising in this moment, in this intersection. Memories, beautiful memories of the paddy fields and fruit trees and all are rising in these people, even though the faces are all weary and tired and looking very sad and fearful.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And then she says, emotions are trying to get past the paper walls that were
right. Yeah.
Our emotions are trying to get past the paper walls. So that's a good thing. It's at least a paper wall. The wall is only paper. We can break it. The patterns that we build for ourselves. Women should be excluded, or paintings should only hang in sterilized white walls or in museum spaces. All these walls that we create, they are paper walls, and emotions try to go past these paper walls. And then one beautiful thing that she says after this is that we're not seeing the dim and the wrinkled faces who went through many difficult times, but we're seeing how sometime back in this house, parents who are very loving, who played with their children, the laughter, the gaiety that they enjoyed, they studied together, they ate together, they enjoyed food together, all this happened. So instead of remembering the sad things, she says that they started remembering these moments of fun, the loving moments and the peaceful moments that were created by the parents, the elders around. They started enjoying the mela korupu.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Mela korupu means like in a festival. You know what melam is, and korupu is the what is it? The richness that comes out of that.
Yeah.
The essence of that, this whole loving atmosphere, the essence of it is what starts rising. So this is standing there on one side, this is standing there, and on this side you have the partition on one side, and you have the beautiful things that are happening on the other side. And this moment, I think, is there for all of us.
Yes.
And for us, it is a cross-section, at this intersection, it is time for us to choose. This will always be there. These two things will always be standing there for you. You will have to move your head. There's no other way. If you move it this side, you will find this. So, so now memories are coming. And she says, we stood together with folded palms.
Okay.
In front of the deities, the lights were lit. Today is Onam. we will light the lamp, the goddess will be sitting there, and we fold our hands. Every religion, whatever religion you are in, you are celebrating Onam, right? We
Correct.
celebrate all festivals. So you are standing there with folded hands, and she says, how come we did not realize that these fingers are pointing heavenward?
Okay.
Together we stood, and she says, why didn't we realize that this is heaven on earth?
Beautiful.
When we are standing like this, it means this is heaven on earth.
Okay.
So all blissfully standing, all the children standing together. We are in it together. We are one family. The world is one family, right? So she says, how come you did not? We did not remember it then, because you're happy inside it. There's no need to come out of it and remember.
Yes, yes, yes.
So this is the gist of the, but this is the gist of it.
Very interesting parallels drawn in this poem, both the poems and the title of the exhibition. Now, to sum it up, I would like to ask, there are different facets of homecoming. It's not just the artists coming together. So there are so many layers that are there in this the term homecoming. Can you elaborate on that?
So what is home? What is home? So what is home to us? I mean, lots has happened over the past 2 years. You have seen, because of the COVID, how people have the newspapers and the television channels, when you switched it on, you saw migrant workers migrating.
Correct.
Right? From Delhi, people were walking with small children, women, everybody walking kilometers. And where did they suddenly come from? All of a sudden, when you switched on the TV, you saw all these people just walking on the roads. And so if you didn't know that it was because of COVID, you would think, where are they going? Where are they walking? Who are these people? Where did they come from?
Mm-hmm.
Almost like during the rain, suddenly when it starts raining, there'll be some crack in the wall. And for a moment, you will suddenly see that there are ants all over. The wall is full of ants because there's some crack through which these ants will come during the rainy season.
That's right. Yeah.
Like
yes.
that. Suddenly you saw these people all the people on the roads walking.
Okay.
So a migration is happening. So what is home to them? These are things that we should think about. What is home to them? What was home? Where are they going? Are they going home? No, these are all questions that we should answer for ourselves, and we can empathize with that and understand what is going on in our world. So for you, is home somewhere that you belong?
Right.
What is that? There is the story of a salmon which swims from where it starts after it is birthed in. Where does it?
So it goes back to the place that it was born and lays its egg. Is that the story of the salmon?
After, yes, it travels to the sea, and then it comes back right back where it was born.
Oh, yes.
Facing a lot of difficulties like rocks, and it has to fly over these rocks, and that's when it bashes its body against the rocks, and it's a horrible journey for the salmon.
Right.
So what is home? What is home for that creature? Where is home for that creature? What is it doing? So what is this concept called home? Is it own house, which is made up of wood and stone and cement? Is that your home? Home could be a horrible place for some people who don't find it enjoyable sitting at home. Isn't it? There are many things that are, if there is violence in your house, then it is not home to you.
Right.
So these are all, yeah, this is, but what interests me is that I've always enjoyed the cell. I've been interested in biology. So in most of my, there is a concept called homing in.
Okay.
Homing in, which is what cells do. For example, if you run and fall, I went to to do these projects. It's called Cell and I, for a workshop, for an art workshop. To prepare for that, we went to a place where they were making stem cells,
Okay.
Stemputics, a company like that. And so it is created in a space where the temperature is right. You have to give it some antibiotics. You have to put, there'll be millions of these small little dishes, and you can't see the cell because it's so tiny. It's full of cells.
Okay.
But it has to be kept in the right, there has to be the right distance between each cell.
Okay.
And the temperature has to be right, the pressure has to be right. Fungus should not attack it, bacteria should not attack it. It has to be kept in a, this is how the cells, the stem cell, if the conditions are right, it will grow.
Okay.
It has the capacity to grow and become a ear or a nose or an eyes or whatever it is, a kidney or a liver, whatever. But the environment has to be just right for it to grow.
Okay.
Culture is also like that. Culture is like that.
Nice. Yes.
Yeah. It has to have the right environment, and everything has to be just right. There has to be a distance between people also.
Okay.
For healthy living, for the health of so the cell. So which is why we did that workshop called Cell and I, where we created this nucleus out of Cora cloth, where we painted our stories and stitched it onto a structure. And we sat inside that cell. We put a bulb in the center representing the nucleus, and we sat inside the cell. So it was a whole ceremony, an event of creating this cell womb.
Okay.
And the stories, how we are connected, how each one of us are connected through these stories. Yeah, that was so what I was trying to say is that the cell has a concept called homing in, means they just know what to do. The cell has the intelligence, it knows what to do. You don't have to say it.
Right.
It is doing whatever it is doing in your body right now. It knows what to do and it is doing it.
Yes.
You are not telling the heart to beat. So it will immediately, some T cells will come, they will do their function. If there is a virus inside your body, it is so amazing if you go into the cell and its life. That idea of homing in. It is natural to us. It is natural to us to heal and grow. Two things can happen in your body. You can heal and you can grow to fight diseases in your body.
Okay.
Because of stress, which is induced, it will have to fight disease. Only these two things, the cell, but automatically it goes towards healing and growth. So we are like that. We human beings, we are made up of these cells. Small little cell, trillions of cells inside our body. I am one big cell capable of doing all this. Each cell, you know, is capable of doing all these functions that the heart is doing and the liver is doing. Everything is happening. Communications are going on.
Okay.
We are communicating thoughts, my thoughts moving out, somebody's thoughts moving in.
Yeah.
Where do what? So this kind of the membrane, the cell membrane that we are. We are porous. We are not solid.
Yes.
So just like a cell. So I would like to be, I always think of that. I always think of the cell. It is scientific, and it helps me to, when there is a, when you're stuck in a pattern, it is good to remember this fact, that you are porous, that you are not fixed wall.
Yes, yes, yeah. That's an interesting thought.
Yeah. So this is why the topic of the Lokame Tharavadu, which we were asked to paint on, is what does home mean to you?
Yes.
And artists have given various ideas about that. And they're not concepts. By the way, they're not concepts. You walk into a concept. You cannot take a concept, paint on it. It's not, it doesn't work like that. It is a living experience. So you have to walk into it. It has to dawn into you.
That's right. Yeah.
It's a process. Yeah, it is a process. So people have struggled, men and women in Kerala, their passions and their energies is what you're going to, the throbbing, all these spaces that have been created in Nalapi. Those spaces are throbbing with their creation. Go see it.
Yes,
I mean,
yes, you should.
it is difficult to go see it.
We all should.
Yes, but how to get these images to people? How do we get it to people is the question, because it's difficult for people to travel.
Right.
And it is something somehow you have to see. And galleries have to come forward. Curators have to come forward. And now support this. There's hardly, 1 month before it will close. So I would like to request galleries and art lovers and art connoisseurs to come buy the works. Artists eat, artists drink.
Yes.
Please, buy the works.
Yeah.
So much of effort has gone to it. Support this movement, support this cultural movement that has started.
Definitely. All these are initiatives that can propagate for selling and people viewing the works. So I'm reminded of one of your writings that you did on home matrix. As I was searching, this came to my notice, and I will read it from what you have written. It's called the home matrix. The matrix, with its miraculous self-generating network, will always be our home, though a forgotten reality. Home is an exploratory space of contentment, fun, and feeling of connectivity, of not being separate from the other, together engaged in process of regeneration, construction, destruction, union, a balance playing out within and outside us. So beautifully written on this particular aspect of home.
Thank you.
So you can sum it up.
Thank you, Jooby. Thank you for doing this. I hope it benefits people, and I hope people support art and artists.
Yes. It's been my pleasure to have you and interview you and get all your thoughts on how things are done. And it's lovely talking to you. It has been really interesting to know your perspective of homecoming and through your artwork. Thank you for participating in this interview, and wish you all the best and good luck to you.